I'm just you. Come and cook with me. I'm just you. Come and cook with me. I'm just you. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your girl Just T. We're gonna make some bacon wrapped meatloaf. Really easy, simple meatloaf recipe, but it's really good. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into this video. First, you're gonna need some ground beef, and this is the one that I have, 95.7, which means it only has 7% fat in here, so it shouldn't shrink up as much. And you're gonna need some bacon. You're also gonna need some bell peppers and onions, whatever ones you want to put in there. I have red bell peppers, some celery, and some onion in here as well. You're gonna need some breadcrumbs. You're gonna need some milk. You're going to need some black pepper, some garlic powder. You're going to need some type of seasoned salt, or I'm going to be using seasoned oil, or you can just use regular table salt. I'm also going to add a little bit of that Cajun seasoning. You're going to need an egg, some Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire, and of course some breadcrumbs, alright? And I'm going to go ahead and I'll bring you guys right back once we get all set up. Okay, so now I have a bowl, and I'm going to add, I have 1 cup of breadcrumbs in here. Probably going to add a little bit more, but I don't know once I get everything all together. And then I'm going to go in with some of my milk. You need about 1/4 cup of milk. So this right here was a 1/3 of a cup, so I'm going to let these soak. Yeah, see, I can tell I need a little bit more milk. So let me just kind of show you. I don't want to give you guys a measurement on milk. You know, maybe around about, maybe a 1/2 cup to a cup. You want to just pour it in slow. You want to get your breadcrumbs nice and moistened. That's going to help keep your meatloaf nice and moist as well. See that? It's almost like a paste almost, you know, like a thick kind of paste. That's what it looks like to me. But yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with some of my seasonings. I'm going to put a little bit of this Cajun seasoning in there. I'm going to do like a teaspoon of Cajun in there. Same thing with my seasoned oil. I'm going to do a teaspoon. Black pepper, teaspoon. And I'm going to be able to kind of look at it, and, you know, I'm going to be able to look at it and tell if I need some more seasonings in there. Garlic powder, same thing. I'm going to do like 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. So I like a lot of garlic in my food. And I'm going to go in with this egg. And with those vegetables, I'm going to just do some of these. Not sure if I'm going to even use all of them or not. Or you know what, I probably will. Yeah, I can tell. And so what I did was I just cut up 1 small yellow onion, 2 stalks of celery, and 1 small red bell pepper. And now the Worcestershire sauce, I'm just going to do a couple shakes in here. And now we're going to get our breadcrumbs. Put those in here now. And now comes the fun part. Now we just got to mix all this together. So you don't have to get your hands in there and get them all dirty. You don't want to mix it too much, you know, but you want to make sure everything gets incorporated. I laugh sometimes because some people be like, you know, don't mix it up too much. You're gonna make it tough. And some people like, you gotta get in there and put your elbows in there. It's like, well, gosh damn, how you want me to mix this up? Should I put my elbows in it? Should I mix it in? You know, just mix it up really good. So I'm not even gonna tell you guys how to mix it. Just mix all of your stuff up in your bowl until you feel like you've gotten everything incorporated with one another. Okay, so I have some parchment paper and I went ahead and sprayed it with some canola oil just so I'm able to move this around. And then I'm just going to take this out of this bowl. And just kind of form it into my meatloaf. Now, of course, if you have a meatloaf pan, it makes it a lot easier. But a lot of my stuff is still packed up, and who needs a meatloaf pan when you got hands, right? Trying to make sure that it's gonna fit into my pan that I have right there. Make sure my bottom is flat as well. Okay, so I'm gonna just move this for a second. Baking part. I'm gonna try and see if I can get this done on here. I think I should take like 6 though. Let's see. If I should have did like, I should have probably did 6, but it is what it is. I'm gonna stretch it, pull it a little bit. You see that so far? And I'm just going to spin this around. Now for the top. So you want to pull it. Then when we're done with this, we're just going to sit that meatloaf right back on top on this bacon. I can do like one more piece. Okay, so now I'm just trying to grab this meatloaf. I'm on the side. I'm sorry, you guys, but in here, like so. And I have my oven set for 350, and I'm just gonna bake this for probably about an hour, maybe about an hour to hour 15 minutes. I'm just trying to make sure this is all even before I close it up with the bacon. So this is going to be the bottom, okay? And then we're gonna flip it over and get it into this pan right here. There you go. So silly. I gotta wash my hands and edges of this pan off, and I'll bring you guys right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I put my glass pan inside of another one just in case it kind of, the grease kind of boils out a little bit. I always do this so I can keep my oven clean. And now I'm going to put this in the oven, like I said, at 350 for about an hour to an hour 15, somewhere around in here. I'll let you guys know the total cook time for this. But I'm going to come back in because I'm going to put like a little brown sugar glaze on top of it. So I'll bring you guys back before I actually do that. Okay, so I went ahead and I mixed up my little brown sugar glaze. See, the only thing it is a little bit of sugar, brown sugar, about maybe I'll say like a half cup. Brown sugar, maybe 2 tablespoons of butter, and I put like a half of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper because I wanted to have a little spice to it. So now I'm just going to go in and just put a little bit on the top. And since I'm putting this back in here, I'm not going to reuse this later on. I'm going to use it though while it's still cooking. I'm going to come back in and baste it a couple times just so I can get some of this on top and onto that bacon. It's gonna be really, really good. It'll have like a nice little spicy, little sweet taste to it. Yep, there she goes. Let's go ahead and put her in the oven. In the oven, 350 for about an hour to an hour and a half. I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, so welcome back, and I just took the bacon wrap meatloaf out of the oven and I had it baking at 350 for about an hour and 15 or 20 minutes. But like I said, your stove or your oven is going to vary from mine. I'm cooking at a higher elevation, so my cook times may differ from yours. But this is what it looks like, and I'm going to just let it rest for about 10 minutes and then I'll cut it and I'll show you what it looks like inside. Alright, but look at that bacon, y'all. Yes ma'am. Oh my gosh, look at the bacon. So freaking good. Look at that, right? Now, you could actually put more bacon on there if you would like, but I didn't want to put a lot of bacon because it's still meatloaf. But bacon makes everything better, right? It does. So I'll bring you guys back shortly. Hey everyone. Sorry I had to do a voiceover for this last part, but I had some guests coming over and they actually arrived and it got a little bit loud. So here you have, I'm just showing you guys the results of the bacon wrapped meatloaf when it came out the oven. And look at her. She's beautiful. You guys, look at that. Bacon. All nice and crispy and everything. And that brown sugar help, give it a nice little glistening to it. This is an awesome recipe, guys. I swear, you guys have to truly try this recipe. I kid you not, it was so freaking good. My guests loved it, and it was still nice, juicy, and moist. It was not dried out. So, right here, I'm just showing you guys how it looked in the inside. Look at that. Isn't she lovely? Yes, ma'am, she is. It was so freaking good. You guys, try this recipe. I promise you, your guests and your family will love this. You guys stay blessed. It's just tea. Thank you guys so much for watching.